Hello, Substack. This is a very exciting day. This is the first time I've ever done Kefir Live on Substack. I do it on Instagram almost every day, and I suddenly thought, well, I can do it on Substack as well now. How am I going to get everybody in the world making their own kefir if I don't get out there and do this? So here I am, Substack Live, how to make and manage your own kefir. I'm not sure whether Substack's a bit cerebral for my normal kind of way of delivery. You're lucky that I'm not in my dressing gown. I'm nearly always in my dressing gown on Substack, but I've smartened up today for this. Now, milk kefir is the most fantastic thing in the whole wide world, and I am testament to this because I'm actually 93. That's my only joke, by the way. I'm clearly not 93. Milk kefir is a probiotic type of yogurt, really. It's like yogurt on speed. It contains multiple microbes and multiple end products of metabolism. It takes about 2 minutes out of your day to make and manage. So I am going to show you how to do it. And the only reason it takes longer than about 2 minutes is because I can't stop talking. So I'm just going to show you what to do. I set this up yesterday. It takes 24 hours to set, and you need literally no equipment. I'm in my Norfolk holiday cottage at the moment, so I haven't got any proper things here anyway. I've got a scruffy little jar, which just about makes enough for me and my husband to have every day. Not really, because we like a bit more than that, but I haven't got any other spare jars. And all you need is some milk. You can make it with, I would always choose organic milk, but sometimes you can only get what you can get from the garage. So it works with Cravendale, it works with semi-skimmed organic. I would prefer to use whole organic, but I haven't got those at the moment. So we're just making do with whatever we've got. If I make my kefir with semi-skim milk, it will be thinner and not as unctuous as it will be if I make it with my whole milk. Perhaps I should say why I'm qualified to talk about this. I am a microbiologist, but I discovered milk kefir about 15 years ago, more than that now, when I was really ill all the time, and somebody said, oh, try this, it will make you feel better. And I said, no, it won't. And they said, yes, it will. And I stuck with it for 3 weeks, and since then I haven't looked back, and I'm not very ill all the time now. So all I do, I get a jug. Look, I haven't even cleaned out the milk out of the bottom of this. It doesn't matter, it's fine. I've got a sieve. Now this is a metal sieve. People will say you can't use a metal sieve for your milk kefir. They're talking rubbish. You can, it makes no difference. Food grade metal is completely fine, and it would only be for long-term storage. The reason is this is acidic, and acid and some metals can cause corrosion. Not in the 3 seconds we're using that, it won't, I assure you. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to tip my set milk kefir. Now if you watch, can you see that that's sort of, I've got a degree of senescesis as well going on, which is when the curds separate from the whey. So I've got a big set lump of milk, which you can see as I tip it out, very thick, yogurty. Now, what's very interesting about kefir to me is that when I stir this through the sieve, which I'm going to do very gently so I don't ground the grains through it, it actually becomes quite a liquidy substance, and it doesn't get back its thick set nature. So once those curds have been sieved, it will never again form a quick talking rubbish now, it will never again form a solid lump, but it will be like a thick drinking yogurt. If you use goat milk, it won't be a thick drinking yogurt. You can use any animal milk. You can also use soya milk, which contains the full complement of amino acids, so it kind of forms a nice curd as well. Some people like to make coconut milk kefir. It's the most revolting thing I've ever tasted, but some people love it. And here we are. This is the agent. This is the agents of making kefir. This is my milk kefir grains, you see, and they look like little cauliflowers, but they're actually lumps of bacteria and yeast that grow very happily together and support each other's growth. And we can't necessarily say they're probiotics, we haven't proven it, but they're the right sort of microbes to be probiotic that can have a positive effect in your own gut by modulating your own gut microbiota, which means making positive changes to it. So there we go. Now all I have to do, you do not need to always every day clean out your jar either, because they will set more quickly if you don't, but every 3 days is a good guide. All I do is I put my kefir grains back in the jar in the bottom, and then I add my milk of choice. I'm going to add this one because it needs to be finished up. And you can cover this with a paper towel if you like it to taste a bit stronger and tangier. I don't. So I put on a normal lid on top of a jar, and I just leave it until it's set, which is a day. You can leave it out for days more if you want it to have a much stronger flavour. That's it. I'm just going to put that on the side. It's like yogurt, but you don't have to denature the milk or anything. Those curds will just set anyway. Pop that on the side there, like that. You can't put it out of the screenshot. You can't see. Pop it on the side. I'm just going to leave that overnight and then do exactly the same thing tomorrow, but with less talking. And then, so here's my kefir. So, or kefir, or kefir, depends where you live, how you say it. This is my kefir. Now, I could just have it exactly as it is, like this. Or, what I like to do, I like to put a little bit of lemon zest in it, or a little bit of lemon oil, but I haven't got any of that up here. So I just grate a little bit of that. It adds such a lovely flavour, and it works really well with orange as well, which sounds a bit peculiar. And then I've got me some almonds, and I've got me some cashews. My little this is my kefir lunch, by the way. And then we just pour that in, kefir lunch, add a few blueberries, frozen ones. I like them frozen. That's my lunch done and dusted. There you go. And I have had a dose of probiotics. I've also had a something that's got something called kefiran in, that's a modulator of your hypertensive responses. It helps fat management. I've got short chain peptides that are stimulators for my immune system. I've got potentially probiotic microbes in there as well. So that's just a little something to keep me going all day. And the one thing I know about my milk kefir, it suppresses my desire to eat rubbish very successfully. So that's what I'm having for lunch. Thank you for tuning in. I don't know whether I can save this video or whether it will disappear forevermore. If you've got any questions about kefir, or you want to buy some grains, you can get them on my website. But even better, if you know somebody who already makes their own kefir, go and ask them to give you some. Get started for absolutely free. So is it better than shop kefir? I've read a couple of papers recently that are suggesting that, especially because of the kefiran content in homemade milk kefir that is normally absent in commercial kefir, that homemade milk kefir is actually more beneficial for you. It's more beneficial, easy as pie. And you don't have to keep buying all of those plastic bottles of kefir from the supermarket. Now, I know that this is in a plastic bottle, but I did an experiment where I weighed this, and I weighed some kefir bottles, and I worked out that if you made kefir every day, you would use 7 kilograms less plastic in a year if you use even plastic bottled milk. So that's the kind of interesting person I am. Thank you for tuning in. As I say, any questions, just jot them down. And if I can save the video, I'll save the video. Hopefully see you again. Bye.